Legion invasion yet, you're missing out on some fun, some gear. As you fly in, you notice that XP bar over there, and that has to go up to 100%, and then you go into the next phase, phase 2, where you have to defeat the 3 bosses there. And these are kind of mini bosses compared to what comes up. What I wanted to show you is strategy of how to do this to get the maximum Nethershards that you can farm out of it. If you're trying to do the weapon upgrades, of course you need 150 of them to do an upgrade. You can see. And the nice thing about this, you can, if you suddenly get the urge to go PvP, you can actually start fighting a horde. But oops, almost got carried away there. So once you can see we got the minor bosses down, now we go with this other one here. And these world bosses that come up are just, it's like Supreme Lord Kazakh on steroids. There's a lot of abilities. I recommend that you get the Legion Invasion Timer. That'll help you breeze through it. Now we go on the next phase. And if you look at the map, you really want to go where the heads are at, because it'll drop about anywhere between 5 and 7 shards. And we just kind of look to see where people are flying to. And that's how you farm the shards out. You can see they're already at work there. And I had to say, some of the bosses are just really cool in what they do, their abilities. And yes, they will one-shot you. You know, it's like anything, you don't want to be in front of them. And that Legion Invasion Timer will actually give you some views. It's kind of like BBM. And there you go, I got 7 off of that one boss. So now we'll just follow the herd. Don't know who's leading the herd, but they seem like they got a plan. Ah. And the thing about it is, it's just, Bliss has actually just really gone all out. I mean, you can, without you realizing, you could actually turn PvP. You just get, bosses will actually mind control. And next thing you know, you're attacking a horde. And the next thing you know, you're PvP. You know, it's, I mean, people wonder how it happened, and hey, not why I'm being attacked, but they're throwing those abilities out there. It's, trying to squeeze the most out of this little outlaw road. And the thing is, I mean, people will hover around. Looks like somebody pulled another boss in. And tag him once, and Yeah, we got 6 off that one. You know, it is what it is, so. So it looks like they're going down there to a monstrosity there. Okay, who wants to be the first to tag? He's got these little ads that'll have to be burned down. Come on, don't be shy. Somebody pull him.
I'm out of range.
Okay, and he's pulled. If you do die by chance, sometimes it's best to just run back. Don't sit there and wait it out at the graveyard, because this thing is kind of buggy. You may not get credit on the shards if the boss is down before you get back there. So just keep that in mind. Always watch your health bar. Because sometimes they have things that just creep up on you. And always try to stay to the rear. And if you're a melee like me, let the range do the work, you know, because obviously they can attack at a safer distance. Oh, I don't want to get stepped on. And 6 off that one. Each of the areas that they have in there is similar strategy to farming the shards there. It looks like everybody's going over to the Akzork wreck. And doing the bosses in the cities is actually well, there's plenty of stuff that you can run into, not move around on, and someone's tanking one, it's kind of best to pull them outside the city, giving people some room to maneuver. They do some massive AoE damage. And if nobody's healing, well, you're going to have to run back. Looks like. And you can see the meter there is filling up pretty quick. So there's probably going to be one more. Ah, the Fell Reaver. That's what I bet they're shooting for, the Fell Reaver. He's always a favorite. Oh, maybe not. Oh, there he is. Don't get near the Fell Reaver's feet, or you will fear the Reaper. I like that. Oh. Let's hope I make it back. Lucked out. My body's near a graveyard, so hopefully I'll be there before he's downed. Kind of expect that. And they got a total of 17. So it probably was 7 from the Reaver and 10 for completing the phase. So that's how that's adding up. And let's see if I get any goodies. Yeah. just a level 700. So next year you're on the final stage, and that's where you take on the last boss, and it'll be, well, it's pretty off. This guy does a massive cleave. He's got these little spikes you need to take down if you're ranged. It's very, very, very hard boss on melee. And it never seems to be a healer. So I know there's a few of them out there, but oh no. But I did have to say it's this is one of the best patches that Blizz I think has put out. I know I got a few of people I haven't seen on doing them, and I think you're going to kind of miss out on something here. And the nice thing about it, even if you have a low level alt, you can still do these. You can start doing them, I believe, at level 10, and you get a lot of XP. And plus you get gear. So it's a good way of leveling up some low-level alts. And it's a good way to get some 700. And they have Warforged, 720, 710. So you could actually take an alt that you don't play that often and come over here and do the zones and gear them up. So it's not bad in that. You can buy neck keys and trinkets and rings. I died again. And there's even a pet you can buy. So that kind of makes it all a while. So definitely get on this before it ends. I don't think once the Legion hits, I think it's going away. I kind of hope Blizz does bring it back, because it has, I think, been very enjoyable for everybody. I think Blizz will be much encouraged to do more things like this. Especially if it involves you in getting some good, cool gear and some XP. So, and there's the invasion timer there telling me to get out of the way. And pretty soon we'll be down, and next thing I like to talk about how to move around, how to get from the different zones. Flying, certainly in Azeroth, does come in handy here. As you can see, one of these zones is Azshara over there in Kalamador. Now you could actually fly, go to Brill and Trespaul Glades, and actually hop on a Zeppelin. You could do the same thing in Stranglehorn Vale. If you go to Stormwind, there's some portals that are open to you. They just open them up. You don't have to do the quest, and that's another way that you can get over into some of the areas. You go here where they have the right there. In that area there where the mouth, there's the portals that'll take you over into the areas over in the Kalamador area. So getting over there, especially, I'm going to say you can take a boat ride, but that might take a while. But over here in Teneris, there's a portal that'll take you to Uldum from Stormwind. And of course, if you got Hyja, you could fly down to Ajara. I can't pronounce that. But when you take a Zeppelin and you come over to Omegar, you're going to be flagged PvP, but people tend to leave you alone. So if anything, just hover until it wears off, and then go at it. So I hope you appreciate those tips, and I hope you get some good gear out of it. And we'll be talking to you later.